Hello, I'm back home from our trip to Japan. I'm gonna put the vlog here if you guys missed it. We went to Tokyo, we went to Kyoto, and I'm very jet lagged right now, so if I am losing my mind completely, I apologize, and I'm just extremely jet lagged. I love watching other people's Japan shopping hauls, so I'm gonna do a little one for you guys. I went on our trip with some intentions of what I wanted, and then also just happened to stumble upon some other things that I wanted. So I tried to get things that were very practical that I would use every day, and I specifically wanted compression socks. I'm gonna show you guys everything I got, where I got it, and then I'll tell you if I regret some of them and things I regret not getting, because there's definitely some of those that are haunting me now. And there's things that I thought for sure I would be able to get in the US. I was like, I don't really want to put it in my luggage. Turns out not as easy as it is. I feel like in like French pharmacies, most of that stuff you can find somewhere, or there's some kind of seller selling it in the US, but there's a lot of things that I really wanted that I was like, I don't have the suitcase space, and I had 3 free bags on my flight and I did not take advantage of it, and it haunts me. So I need another trip to Japan. And there's no problem with that. I'm good with that. As a visitor in Japan, anything over 5,000 yen, you can get tax-free. So at the malls, it's especially really easy to take it to the tax-free counter and get that figured out. There was a website when we came in through immigration that I did something on, and it gave me a QR code, so I didn't have to carry around my passport with me. I could just show the QR code in the shop, so that was really easy for some of these. And the item doesn't need to be over 5,000, the entire purchase needs to be 5,000, so kind of balances out. Right now that's about $32, so it's a pretty low tier for tax-free stuff. I'm gonna clump all the items like beauty, food, extra stuff. So if you want to skip around, I'll try to put little chapters in it. Starting off with the clothing, I got this sweater from this brand Chico in the Ikebukuro Mall. The sales associates did not speak English, and I was trying to get their help with whether or not to get this in gray or a cream, but they were saying nothing very specific because we couldn't communicate. I think they probably didn't want to like offend me by giving a hard opinion. I was looking for a hard opinion, but we ended up with gray. I think it's a pretty cute color on me. I'm trying to still implement everything from my color analysis I had done, but it's very cozy. It's a really thick knit, and most of the things in Japan are very small, especially shoes. So for someone like me who's tall and has big feet, it can be very hard clothing shopping there, even though it's so tempting. If you're going to Japan, I would honestly just save some time to go through malls because they are so fascinating. I just loop around the clothing floors, and the vibes of these stores are so cool. I love the extremely girly ones. I love the super edgy ones. They just have like everything in between, and they're so well curated. There's so many cool, unique pieces. I really want to buy so much stuff, like the skirts and the dresses. I want so many, but they're really like way too short on me, so I settled for a sweater. The next thing I bought is also from the Ikebukuro Mall, and it's another gray sweater. Very original. The brand is called Castane, and I just thought this was a really cute, kind of edgy sweater. I'm not a big sweater shopper, so anytime there's an opportunity to buy some kind of interesting sweater, I go for it, and I feel like this is definitely something that seems like something that would be in my closet, something that I would wear. I love colors, love a contrasting color, so very cute. This was also one size only, so it is what it is, and it fits me pretty well. I think it's designed to be like a huge sweater on someone and hang over to mid-thigh, but that's just not how it looks on me. I do really like this one, and it's got a little quarter zip. The Chico sweater was from an extremely girly store, and then this was like the cool, edgy American style store, so I was just hopping around everywhere. But it's so funny because I feel like if you go into the girly stores and you're not dressed girly, they're like looking you up and down like, what are you doing here? And I was like, I just want a little bit of both. To find pieces like these, you really don't need to go to the Ikebukuro Mall, because I know it's a little bit out of the way for most tourist activities in Japan. We had just been staying in that area, so I decided to go to that mall, but there's plenty like around Shinjuku and Shibuya that have stuff like this. Pretty much all the malls have all of this vibe. I think since it was a little bit out of the way, they were excited to have an American there who was shopping their stuff, but it was funny trying to interact with them, but we figured it out. And I love my new sweater. The last piece of clothing I got was this scarf from Uniqlo, and I honestly debated even including it in this video because I feel like this is just something you can definitely get in the US, but it was freezing, and there was a day where I was like, I don't need something around my neck, and it was way too cold in January for that. So I just got this scarf. I think it was like maybe $10, but it was hilarious because the second I got it, I walked out onto the street and there was like 3 people wearing the exact same scarf. So everyone had the same matching Uniqlo vibe, but I do really like the burgundy and this slightly brighter blue together. So I'll definitely be wearing this a lot. but it was a panic buy. That's it for clothing. Next up is technology. Actually, this one is my old Olympus Stylus 150 and it is broken, so I wanted a replacement. I did find one at 5 Star Camera in Shinjuku. We went around to a bunch of the used camera shops and I really wanted to replace this one because I could not get this one repaired in the US. It is the same camera, same features except for this beauty button, but it has a different name for some reason. Not sure. But we did a test roll. Looks amazing. I absolutely adore it. Gonna be shooting with this one a bunch for some upcoming trips. Something I do regret not getting is a point and shoot digital camera. I have gone through a number of them and they keep breaking and no one will do repairs, so I need to be more delicate with them. There were some really cool shops and they had good prices. I was jet lagged, I was tired, I don't know. Should have gotten one. And they qualified for tax-free, so it was definitely worth it. Let's talk beauty. I absolutely fell for the hype and went to Rifa. If you haven't seen these, they are little pocket brushes and I absolutely love. It's like almost purely for the aesthetic. I'm sure it's a good brush, but I want to keep this in my bag and it makes me feel cuter when I brush my hair, so love that. They had a bunch of colors. I went for the silver because there were so many options I was getting confused. And I also got the little pocket comb in the chrome color, which I didn't realize was more expensive until I checked out. This one, they say, is perfectly bang sized and my hair gets so like grossly split on the end, so when I'm out and about or if I'm shooting I need to keep brushing the ends to keep them fluffy. Like I've had this on the side of my camera and I will continue using it when my hair needs a little refresh. This chrome is a little darker than the silver and they claim the material is a little bit higher quality. To be totally honest with the Rifa products, I was shook how like cheap these feel. It almost feels like a Barbie toy. So definitely keep that in mind if you are going to buy one. If you're getting one online or you're looking to buy one, definitely keep that in mind. I think this is like a slightly nicer material, but I was very shocked when I got there and felt them for myself in person. A lot of department stores also sell these, so you don't have to go to the Rifa stores to actually try them out. In terms of products from Rifa, I did get this out bath treatment. I've been using it and I do really like it so far. The water in Japan was amazing for my hair, but I did want to take a product home to give it a try. In the mall, they also had these samples of 2 different shampoo conditioners, so I've been pairing it with this whole recipe and it has been going very well. I regret not getting a shampoo and a conditioner, especially since I had 2 extra suitcases. I should have just freaking done it. I assumed I could get it in the US and you cannot, so I will savor these. And I got another one for my cousin. I want to steal it, but I want her to have it too. Another Rifa regret is not getting a hairdryer or a straightener. I am in need of both right now and I wanted to try them out. I guess I don't know if I regret not getting it, but I regret not trying them in the store. I was just feeling like, I don't know, with shopping I get a little stubborn. Like I don't need that, but now I'm like, I did want to try that. So that's that. They have them on eBay, but I wish I tried it in store. And then one of the hotels we went to had a Rifa hair dryer and I was like, I'll do it later. And then they didn't have it in the next room we went to, so regrets. I've had a few. One of our bathrooms did have a Rifa shower filter head though. It might just all be hype, but I am in love. So it doesn't matter. Okay, let's move on to other beauty. Another thing I went to Japan knowing I wanted to get was the Shiseido eyelash curler. I've heard everyone saying blah, 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 they're so amazing. I was like, how good could an eyelash curler be? Because I've never had luck with eyelash curlers until I tried this one. In Japan, it came out to like $12 versus in the US, it's like 30. So I thought it was a pretty good deal. I am obsessed. They have 2 different styles they sell in store at Shiseido in Japan, and they recommended this one for me just because my eyes are a little more almond shaped versus round. The arch is very shallow compared to other eyelash curlers. So for me, that means it can actually get all my eyelashes all the way to the end, and I've never had an eyelasher work like this before. My eyelashes are straight and down, and I got my mom's Asian eyelashes. They go like this, and whew, this actually curls them. I've never been like a hype person for eyelash curlers, but I'm obsessed with this one, so cannot recommend enough. And it was way cheaper in Japan. Next up is duty-free stuff I got. They had a deal on La Mer creams, and it is my 30th birthday coming up soon, so this was my gift for myself, although I'll probably get another gift. I got the day cream and the night cream. I've been using them for a few days. They feel amazing, but I'm only using a tiny bit. I feel like I just need to dive in and use more, but I'm scared and I don't want to waste my money. But I love them so far. I will report back on how they go. That kit also came with some samples and a little pouch, so pouch will be coming with me on my travels. We have a moisturizing soft cream, treatment lotion, and a foaming cleanser. So I'll be trying these out. They're good for travel size. Although I have way too many travel ones and I get so nervous about not using them. Just need to freaking use it. This they could very well sell in the US. This Laneige Night Lip Mask I love. I use these every single day. I usually like the strawberry ones or the peach. The fruity ones tend to be more up my alley, but I saw this matcha boba one and I was like, you know what, we'll give it a try. And it tastes exactly like matcha. I'm not even kidding. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, if you want that smeared all over your face going to bed, but they might sell this in the US. I just saw it and I wanted to get one for my mom as a gift. So I gave her one of those and I got one for myself. Also, the packaging is just so cute. My lips are absurdly chapped like 24/7, and especially at night, and these masks are the only thing that keep my lips hydrated, so love these. I've been watching a ton of Nina Park makeup tutorials, and her red carpet looks for celebrities are so stunning. I've been watching a bunch of the tutorials that people put up trying to imitate her looks, and I really wanted to try a new primer because I feel like my makeup is just not makeuping the way I want. And I really want to do a session with a makeup artist and just learn something or figure out what's going wrong with my makeup. But I wanted to try a Chanel primer. I did try one that people recommended and it was like very sparkly, so I decided to try this one instead. I actually should have done it today. I don't know why I didn't. It's the glowing makeup primer and it's got SPF in it, so we'll give it a go, see how it goes. Just something fun to try out. And at the airport, I grabbed a MAC lip liner. It's very hard for me to find cool pink tones. Pretty much everything, even if it's neutral, comes out very orange on me, but this is the shade Whirlin, and I'm wearing it right now, but it comes out very nude, which I love. This is how it looks on. And then last but not least, I did get a Dior blush as well, and I'm also wearing it. It's pretty subtle. It was very hard to find a very cool toned blush. Honestly, Dior beauty products smell so good. It makes my day. It makes me feel better about myself if I'm wearing it, even if the color doesn't look that different. Here's the shade. It's very like thick. It looks pretty bright on here, but I feel like once it's on, it comes out a little more peachy. Like peachy soft, but not orange peachy. Another thing we got were these foot patches. They were actually not my favorite foot patches. I had this other brand that I like that I'll also put here. Those were more like Tiger Balm patches. These ones are supposed to soak impurities out of your feet. Apparently it's just moisture, but they do feel interesting. I gave a bunch of them to my mom because I wasn't sure how I really felt about them. I accidentally got a 30 pack instead of like a 5-pack, so we had a bunch. They're just little stickers you put on the bottoms of your feet and the moisture soaks out at night, and it's supposed to make you feel lighter. But I think really if you're walking around Japan and your feet are like killing you, the Tiger Balm ones are so much better. Like putting it on your heel, my feet felt amazing after that. I wore them like every day for the first 5 days. This is more medical than beauty, but I did find this thing called Nose Mint, and they had so many of them inside of Donkey. I don't really know how they work, but there is this like minty oil that my mom and I love that's from Aveda, and they discontinued it years ago, so it's really hard to find them online, or they're really expensive now. We've tried to recreate our own mixes, but I thought this might be like something kind of like it maybe. We'll see how it goes. I haven't opened it up or tried it yet, but they have pictures of Mount Fuji and these big noses like breathing in the amazing air. So I hope it's minty, I hope it's nice. You can like dab it on and feel amazing. We'll see. That's it for everything beauty I got. Moving on to compression socks. In Japan, there's this huge store called Donkey that is kind of like, I was gonna say Walmart, but maybe like a crazy CVS. They're playing insane music everywhere. If you have been in, it is like ADHD nightmare. So many noises. They're playing anti-loitering sounds. Every sound, people squishy. It's just a horrific experience, but you have to go try it. They have a very good selection of Japanese compression socks, and 2 years ago when we went, I did find a pair. I got them in purple because I was trying to be different, I don't know, instead of black, and I have hated them every day I've worn them. I'm like, having thigh-high purple legs is just so gross, and it makes me feel bad when I sleep, so I wanted to get some new pairs and see how I felt about them. They have this brand called Otto that I've never heard of in the US. Medi Otto, maybe? I do need to convert what these compression levels are. It says 25 to 31, so maybe it's like 20 to 30 mmHg. This is a very soft, sleepy material. I have these in footed ones that they sell in the US on Amazon, but having like a calf one where your feet are open, I love sleeping with my toes out. And it's one size. This one is Kawaii Auto, and I cannot figure out for the life of me what shape these are. It looks like they're going to be colonial man pants, like with the stockings up to your knees and then pantaloons on top. Very unclear what these are going to be like, but they do look very comfy for sleeping. And I guess Kawaii Auto is like a side branch of the other Auto brand. Never seen anything like this in the US, so I'm excited to try these ones. Another Auto legging. These ones are full length leggings for sleeping, and they look pretty soft from the photos. This one makes me think they're only going to be knee-high compression, but this one says 11 to 21. HPA is the measure they're using. I'm going to do some conversions and figure out what that is, but if these work, that'd be great. I do sleep in compression socks now because of the pain from my varicose veins, so I always need new sleeping compression socks. This one is a different brand called Slim Walk. It looks like it's 10 to 18 mmHg, and they show it for lounging. I think in Japan there's a lot more sleepy, comfy options like these because I think compression socks are used very much for beauty reasons. Like anti-cellulite, beauty. Eastern countries are a lot more into not just lymphatic drainage, but just like circulation within your body. So love that they have options for this. We could definitely use some more of these in the US, but these are definitely not things I've seen anywhere in America. I'm gonna do a separate video opening these up and trying them on. I'm just so excited, that's gonna take me a while. We have fancy snacks and not fancy snacks. I got my cousin and her fiance a bunch of random little Japanese treats that are all packaged very beautifully. I wish I remembered what this store was called. I know one of them is a red bean cake, and I assume some of these are a little bit like daifuku type things, but cannot read it. I went based on the packaging purely. I think these are like cute little crackers, but the packaging is adorable. So that'll be a mystery for them to solve. For Aokin's parents, we got this box of Orenti chocolates. It is sealed, so I'm gonna put a picture of what it looks like inside, but they look very yummy. Dorenti chocolate, is that what I said? In malls, they've got food halls at the bottom that have a lot of fancy desserts and pastries. So we did find this in one of those, and it looked very yummy. When we were there, it was like a strawberry festival or something. Everywhere you went was strawberry, strawberry, strawberry. All the food halls had strawberry desserts, strawberry pastries. Every restaurant had a strawberry dessert, strawberry pancakes. There were strawberry dessert buffets for Valentine's Day. I was like, maybe it's time to Valentine's Day. Maybe strawberries are just in season. I don't know. I did buy a $9 strawberry from Don Quijote, and it wasn't very good, but it was in a very special package, so I thought maybe it would be tasty, and it wasn't. The oishi berries, however, that are in the US, lovely, amazing, best strawberries I've ever had. Very expensive, but I did find these strawberry chocolates that I got my parents that were very cute. I also could not open them up, so I don't know what they look like inside, but this is what the back looked like. So it had these cute shapes. I hope they're yummy. A lot of the coffee shops in Japan sell these one-time drip bags that you can do coffee with. I feel like I've only seen these in a couple hotels in the US, but it would be really cute if more places did this. These are from a coffee shop we love in Shimokitazawa called Coffee Maldive. It's this very tiny little place. I actually took a photo there, so we're excited to use these. They come in a package of 5, but we gifted some to our relatives. We got a package of Ichiran as a gift for someone, and little sake chocolates as well. Then we got these Breakaway, Mario, and Pokemon like cookie cracker things. I don't know, just fun themes for family members. My aunt and uncle are traveling to Japan very soon, but I just decided to get them a little like matcha cookie just so they could try something before they went. I don't know. Or is it bamboo? Maybe it's bamboo themed matcha flavor. There's these cute little dog chocolates I got for my brother, and I ate these all already, but they were blueberry pocky. They were amazing. I love strawberry pocky, but they discontinued strawberry pocky on a vanilla stick, and they've started doing strawberry on a chocolate stick, which doesn't make sense to me. Or it's a chunky strawberry, maybe they started doing that. I don't know, but this was amazing. I loved it. No idea what these are, but I got them for my brother to try out. And also just some random gummies. The muscat grape flavored candies in Asia are my absolute favorites. Like a grape haichu. Love. I feel like grape candy in the US, they make it taste like medicine, and they do something different with Asian grape candies, and it's my favorite flavor. These are our 2 little pachinko prizes we won. Every time we go, we try to watch the pro kids doing the claw games and try to learn strategies. And what we have learned is that you never grab the toy, you grab near it, and because it always drops them, you know? So you grab near it and you use the claws to like tip it over into the thing. So that has won us these 2 on this trip. A little bear with a red butt, and I think this is a baby of some sort. It is very squishy and soft, but we try to get one every time. So these are our wins for this trip. Random, I also got this little Valentine's Day card. It was a strawberry festival while we were there, and Valentine's Day stuff was everywhere, even though it was kind of early January, which I guess is the same in the US, but they had a lot of really cute cards, so I just got this little one. I did collect a bunch of random receipts and kind of garbage and like coasters from bars we went to for my scrapbook, but I got 2 rolls of washi tape to go with my scrapbooking. Very cute. I did one of those ball things. I wish I knew what it was called, where you put in money and you spin it, you get a mystery ball. I thought I was getting a Sylvanian family chef. Turns out it was just a waffle machine for a Sylvanian family kitchen. I don't have any Sylvanian family members, but the waffle machine is very cute. Here is the basket of waffles with little bunny waffles. Not sure what to do with it, but it's cute, so we'll keep it. I also got my mom a little Star Wars mystery figurine bag, I guess. There's this store called Village Vanguard that has a lot of different themed sections, so I can't even think of things off the top of my head. Like little twin stars, they have Star Wars, maybe like SpongeBob, different sections where there's stickers, toys, clothing, notebooks, everything you can imagine themed out by different types of niches. I don't know what to call it. Different franchises maybe. So I just got this little Star Wars one for her and we'll see what she gets. When we were in Kyoto, we ended up hiking on Mount Inari and we went through the Fushimi Inari gates and went all the way up to the top. At the top, a lot of the shrines are protected by foxes there, and they had foxes with fortunes for sale. So I got a little fox. It's really adorable. I just keep it on my shelf back there, but it came with a fortune inside and the fortune was pretty long. I went through it on the vlog, but essentially it had a general fortune, but then fortunes for each section of your life. And it said for travel, now is a good time to travel with family. So that was a very cute little touch for our honeymoon. And this is my little Mount Inari fox. And we had Inari, which is like my favorite sushi, on Mount Inari. That was a whole experience for me. And that is everything I got. In terms of regrets, I really wanted to do the vintage designer bag sweep, but honestly, when I went shopping there last time we visited, I felt very uncomfortable in the spaces. I feel like with a lot of the Japanese stores, you're assigned someone, especially in these like expensive stores, and they follow you around, and I just, if someone's watching me shop, I just get so weird. I don't know, I get very anxious. So I decided not to go back, but that is something I wish I had just like sucked it up and gone and done. I also really wanted a bunch of chopstick holders. It's kind of my dream to have an assorted set, and we went to a few places both in Tokyo and Kyoto that were selling them, but they were like just like offensively overpriced, maybe like $10 for each one, and they were not handmade or artisanal at all. They were definitely just like mass-produced ones. So if I had found somewhere a little more off the beaten path, I probably would have gotten those, but I do wish I got those. Like I said, I wish I got the Rifa hair dryer, shampoo, straightener, or at least checked them out, tried them out, because I thought I would be able to get them here and I cannot. Now I wish I got more of these blueberry Pocky because I'm staring at this box and it's making me hungry. I didn't get any matcha, which I regretted. Also, I was just feeling decision quicksandy when I was there. Like anytime there was an opportunity to get some, I was like, I'll just get it somewhere else. I don't know, I'll figure it out later. And I just wish I had done that. I don't know. Now I'm noticing a pattern where I just get overwhelmed and I don't get stuff and then I regret it later. Again, same thing with the digital point and shoot camera. I wish I had just done it, but I was so overwhelmed. I'll show you what the space looked like. It was just so stressful in there and it was hot and I couldn't make decisions quickly. If you're going to Japan, account for that. But yeah, very thankful to have had another trip to Japan. We always have the best time there and I'm just really excited to try all these compression socks. If you guys want to see more from our trips to Tokyo and Kyoto, I'm gonna put the vlogs up here, and if you want to see some other content from our trip, you can follow me over on Instagram and TikTok at Hersey, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.